Welcome back to We Call Bank, episode 9. We're almost at 10. Topics for the day, we got Aaron Rodgers getting reconstructed. Wait, Aaron Rodgers, that came out wrong. Aaron Rodgers is getting is reconstructing his contract, not getting reconstructed. Anyways, Herbert gets extended. Saquon finally gets a deal done. It's only for 1 year. Draymond and Jordan Poole beef. We'll get into that a little bit. And Capella officially on the trade block. So some things to talk about with the Hawks. And then after that, we're going to talk about video games for a little bit. We're going to talk about Madden. We're going to talk about 2K, what we want to see in the games, where we think, if they're heading in a good direction or not. But, starting it off, Aaron Rodgers reconstructs his contract from $110 million guaranteed to $75 million guaranteed. I saw something earlier that he was still going to make, like they added years to his deal, and he was going to make like $100-something million, right? I mean, in the next season, like 2024 or something. So I don't know if it went down from 110 to 75, or they just extended it. They made it more years. I don't know what they did with it, but just from what I read, it said reconstructed from 110 to 75. So that's just what we're going to go with. So drop some money down, give them 2 years to give money to, free agents or to extend players. So keep the team around. Gives Aaron a couple years to make a run to the bowl. So what do you think about that?
I think it was a very great choice by the Jets, because at the end of the day, it's kind of like LeBron whenever he was in Cleveland. And I hate that I make so many references between basketball and football and both topics, but it's just like it's the easiest way for me to comprehend it. But it's kind of like LeBron when he was in Cleveland. He had to try to make that work with adding Derrick Rose and adding IT and all these other players, just because he thought those certain play styles would fit that certain team. And so I feel like that's kind of what the Jets are anchoring towards. They're like, hey, let's pay you just a little bit less, so that way we can, if week 1, 2, 3 something crazy happens and you're just like, hey, I think this player, he's a wide receiver too, I think he would fit perfectly with this team. That way, they have the option, they have the 25 extra mil or whatever they got to pick up that player or make trades, I guess, depending on the contract and all that other stuff. So, yeah, it was a good idea by the Jets. Good idea by Aaron, definitely, to agree to that because, obviously he wants to win a championship.
Yep.
There ain't no reason not to. I mean, clearly that's why you leave Green Bay. You just want the chip. So, I think it was a great idea for both parties.
He had to get out of the NFC because they couldn't beat the Niners. Literally has been his kryptonite for I don't know how many years. They just can't beat the Niners. The run game's too strong. So he had to go to the AFC, which is obviously the tougher conference. So he's going to have a harder road. Going to play pretty much all the top quarterbacks are in the AFC. So
yeah,
I don't know if that was the smartest decision. But moving on, Herbert extended his contract 5 years, $262.5 million. He could have gave that half to Eckler if he wanted to. But I don't know. Chargers, they need Eckler back. I don't know what their money situation was. I know they were in some cap trouble before the offseason. So I don't know how they move the money around, if they have some space now to still give Eckler some kind of, deal. But, this all means nothing next year if they don't re-sign Eckler, in my opinion. I don't like I said, I think he's their biggest weapon, and sure, Herbert's going to be there, but this to me is just telling, like I said, I think I saw something that he's making like $100 million this year or something crazy. So it tells me that they probably don't think they're going to win next year. So they're pushing all this money to the first year. That way they have money for the years after. It's kind of what I'm thinking. So, yeah, like I said, to me that's telling me they're not really expecting to win next year. Could be wrong, but that's just my opinion.
I don't know. I would hate for them to look at it like that, because if they do, that kind of sucks, because you got some studs on your defense, and not try to go ahead and finish this out, which obviously, kind of like Joey said, obviously they're not, because you're not your running back. He's top 10 running backs in the league. So it's just like, why not give him his money? It's crazy how underpaid running backs are, which we've talked about multiple times, but it's just like, why are they so underpaid? Like, I understand, like, for instance, there's this graphic on Facebook going around of, like, it's a picture of Justin Tucker and a picture of Saquon.
Yeah.
And it's talking about average average salaries for a running back and average salaries for a kicker. And, some people can't read and stuff. So it said like 2.6 for a kicker and then 1.5 or something for a running back. Obviously, people can't read because they were comparing Justin Tucker to Saquon. Even if you do that, you still should be paying Saquon more. I mean, he's putting his body on the line almost every single down, really. Yeah. Even if he's not running the ball, he's having a block. So it's just like, and I understand Justin Tucker's that man. But point is the other thing is running backs, I understand as far as the average, there's like probably like 5 or 6 running backs on the team if you're counting like practice squad and all that other stuff. Kickers, you might have 2. you maybe have 3 at most, but you might have 2. And it's just like that's why that average is out. I just want to say that because I'm tired of seeing that post. But it's just, I don't know, dog. I'm glad Justin got his money. Obviously, I value him as a high quarterback, top 10 easily. Even if he has the most trash receivers in the world, I think he can make them good. It's just, so obviously they want to keep Justin on that team, and they need to keep Justin on the team. That's going to be their franchise quarterback, honestly, for a while. Young, plays great. Looks like he kind of wants to stay in that area. So it's a great deal. It's just, you're not handing out the money to your other playmakers, and it's like, what are you going to do? What's that team really going to do? Because next year, what are people like Khalil Mack going to do? And people like that, you know what I mean? What are they going to, they're going to want more. They're going to, just go to a different team or just give it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Mack's getting on the older side, so I don't know how many more years he's got in him. I thought, with him going over there last year that they were going to have a really good year. I thought I had them going pretty deep in the playoffs because I just felt like the edge pressure was going to be really good. But I don't know if Mack didn't play the whole time or he just didn't have as good of a season. But, I thought their D-line was going to be really good. Obviously, Derwin James is there in the secondary, so I know he's had some injury issues, but – I mean, they still got a team to make it to the playoffs, but I mean, if Eckler's not really playing, I mean, it'll be interesting to see who's going to play running back, and they're not going to have the same impact as Eckler. They're just, you can say all you want about drafting these running backs in the 5th round, and they'll be just as good, or we can, running back by committee and whatever you want to say about it. And these guys are probably going to run hard because they want to have that, they want to have a new contract, or they want to make the practice squad, or make the regular team, or go to a different team. So, I mean, I get it. Yeah, I mean, they might be hungrier down there, but I mean, some running backs that they ain't nobody else like them. So, take that how you will. I think they deserve to be paid, especially Eckler. Saquon will be interesting to see where he goes next year. I mean, if he has a good season, are they going to give him a contract? Does Saquon even want to be there? I mean, he could have a bad season just because they don't really feel like they want him there, or they don't appreciate him. So I don't know how I go about it. Me personally, the fact that he's only on a 1-year deal, I'm not going out there running as hard as I can because what's the point? You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion on it. And I saw the little sideline catch he had in the end zone, or some clip of that saying it's good to have Saquon back. Well, I don't know. I'm not even going to get into that. Me personally, I wouldn't run myself into the ground for them when they wouldn't even give me a new contract. So moving on from that, actually that is the next topic. So Saquon 1-year deal. It's good they got it done. They need him. But like I said, I don't see him doing a lot for the team because I wouldn't put my body on the line for a team that doesn't appreciate me. So.
Yeah, no. I'm not doing all that. What I think, here's the thing, is when I say running backs are highly underpaid, I'm talking about from a football and sports standpoint. But if I'm being completely honest, I'm one of those that kind of look at it and I'm like, bro, does Justin Herbert really need 256 or whatever mil? Come on, like, do they really, like, 600 to 900K is good enough for a year? You see what I'm saying? People can live off that. I understand there's rehab and things like that. So even if you take that into account, I mean, $3 million at most should suffice them. You see what I'm saying? They don't have to, they don't have to have their whole life planned ahead just for 1 year of football. It's crazy to me. And I understand they are risking their bodies and they're risking their life, but so are a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? Like cops, all these other, there's many people that do that. So it's just, it ain't a lot, but it is a lot. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just obviously the team is not committed to him, because if you're only looking that far into a 1-year deal, or Saquon is not committed to the team, either one, because you could tell if you make a 1-year deal, you could tell one side is not perfectly complacent with the other side as far as negotiations. So
well, I think what happened here is they waited so long that the tag had to go into effect. So now he's automatically, no matter what he signs, it has to be a 1-year deal. So because they waited so long, they couldn't give him more than 1 year, just by rules or whatever. So I don't know if they wanted to give him, or they promised him they were going to give him another deal once they get a chance, or because they can come back to it in the middle of the season and give him a longer deal, I think. So I think they waited too long to where they could only do a 1-year deal. So I don't know the logistics, or if they said they were going to. I don't know if they're going to work on it in the middle of the year or whatever, but I'm pretty sure they had to give him a 1-year deal because by the rules, they couldn't give him more because they waited too long. But
I mean, I'm just saying, if I know, here's the thing, you got to look in Saquon's head. He probably thinks genuinely that he is the best running back on the entire NFL, even though, he might not admit it. Other people, bro, when you're that good, you're going to think things like that. That's just how it is. And whenever you put up the numbers he does for a team, and how hard he goes for a team, and they're not wanting to really even negotiate, even if what you're saying about the 1-year thing is true, they still weren't trying to, you see what I'm saying? They still weren't meeting him. Like, regardless, like, pay the man. He can't, you know what I mean?
They overpay Daniel Jones, so, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Bro.
You obviously don't care about what kind of money you're throwing around.
So it's just like, I don't know, dog. I really wish he would have got more, but it's whatever, bro. Because at the end of the day, like I was saying, as far as me and being honest, $11 million for 1 year, you just got paid $11 million for 1 year, just to play 17 games, maybe more if you go into the post, which I don't see your team ever going into the post for the next 2 years unless you get crazy trades going or you pick up 3 first round. Yeah,
I see them making it again
to the post.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kayvon, I think, can take another step. Their defense didn't really lose anybody. Their offense hasn't really lost anybody. Obviously, they need receivers, but, they got their – if Saquon has a somewhat similar season, they can definitely make it again. They might not make it past the first round, but I definitely can see them wild carding.
I don't know. It's just hard to see. There's so many good teams and so many good pickups in the off season, all this crazy stuff. Well, I guess it depends how you look at it. But I just don't. I personally don't see them going into the post. I see them having a mid record maybe, but I don't know. Who knows? Who knows how it's all going to go?
we're going 10 wins, so they're going to have to do something to get past us. You know what I'm saying? But
the Falcons. That's crazy.
I'm locking it in 10-7. All right,
crazy.
I'm going 10-7. They're disrespecting us.
He think Robinson gonna be that guy?
No, I don't. I do think Robinson's gonna be that guy, but it's not like we're gonna get worse from last year. We can win 2 more games. We can win 3 more games. We were in every game. I think if we went back and if you look at the stats, we lost 8-9 games by 1 score.
Yeah, but you also got to count some of your wins. So Tampa Bay, they took Brady out in the first quarter.
No, we're not.
So that win.
That was still a close game, regardless.
Depends how you look at it, but anyways, Tampa Bay, they took Brady out in the first quarter.
All right, they got worse too.
Cardinals,
they're worse.
Cardinals, Bucks did get worse. Cardinals, Kyler was out. They had
but that's
Rondell out. I think
it's gonna be a brawl regardless. Neither one of us are good. So.
Yeah, I guess you got. Well, I saw y'all winning that game regardless, just because we had our starting tight end out. We had our one of our receivers out. I think it was either Marquise or Rondell. It was one of them. It was we went into freaking. Never mind, I can't say that. But it's just I don't know. I don't see. I see y'all definitely having a winning record. 10 is crazy. 10 is
hold up.
Eagles.
Let me look at the schedule. One, I'm pretty sure we have a very easy schedule, so I'm gonna throw that out there too.
I'm gonna look at our schedule too while you look at that.
Short intermission here. Collect schedules.
Are we gonna absolutely lose almost every game? Yes.
Now listen, starting it off in the preseason. No. All right, so let's just break it down here. All right, hold on. 17 game season.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we play the Panthers week 1.
Oh my God.
That's winnable. So I'm gonna go ahead and give us a dub week 1. That's winnable.
I see y'all
All
getting
right.
a dub. Okay.
Packers new quarterback Jordan Love, first year. That's winnable to me. Do I think the Packers have a better overall team? But we both have rookie quarterbacks.
I don't know.
We
Packers have a good defense.
That's what I'm saying. We both have rookie quarterbacks. They probably had a better team overall. So I'll give us the L for that, but I do think that's winnable. Lions, they're emerging. Jared Goff doing his thing. Receiving core is good. Defense, D-line's good. Secondary, probably not all the way there. So I think it's winnable. I'm giving us a dub, but I do think they're a playoff team, so that's not going to be an easy game. Jaguars, I mean, Lawrence is on the rise, but I got to give us a dub. I got to give us a dub on the Jags.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know if they're all the way there yet. And I'm pretty sure that game's in
You can give
London
the dub
or
for
something.
the next one. Easy peasy.
Texans,
lemon squeezy.
Obviously, we taking a dub. Commanders, I'm taking a dub.
Okay,
I mean,
y'all might have an easy schedule.
let's
I'll
keep
look
real.
at it.
Bucks,
Y'all might get 10
I think
wins.
I think it's winnable. I'll give us the L for this one, but next time we play, I'll give us a dub. So we'll go 1-1.
Oh, you're losing to the Bucks.
Yeah, we'll say we
Well,
lose
you're
to the
gonna
Bucks
have to give an
first
L
one.
for the next one too.
Titans, I don't see us losing to the Titans. All right, I just don't think I don't think they're gonna get better than they have been with D-Hop there, and I just see that being a winnable game. So. All right, you know what? Just for y'all, I'll give us an L, just for y'all.
Well, you gotta have to give it out to the next one too.
Vikings, it's Kirk Cousins, so you never know what can happen. All right, we saw them stink it up in the postseason, and they have the worst defense in the league. It was ranked worst defense in the league. So I'm taking a dub there.
Oh my gosh.
Upsets happen, bro.
Yeah,
It's an upset.
they happen. Okay,
then
you
we
can
play
go
the
ahead and give a
Cardinals.
dub. Go ahead,
and
give
we
a dub.
taking a dub there.
What week is that though? That's in November, so that's probably like.
That's like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's like week 10.
Ooh, Kyler
Cardinal
probably
will
is gonna be back.
Yeah, Kyler will be back.
Kyler will be back. I don't know about
Saints,
no dub.
I'm taking a dub, bro. I'm
Saints,
keeping it
you
real,
gotta
bro.
take the dub.
I'm
I mean,
keeping
we
it
can
real.
see the biases in him. You can see it.
All right,
'cause
Jets.
geez,
I'll take the L on the Jets, bro. The
Oh
Jets
yeah,
are
you
good.
guys take the L on the Jets.
Bucks, I already said next time we play them, we winning. So I'm taking a win there. Panthers, I say we sweep the Panthers, honestly. So 2 dubs there. Colts, I mean, that's a free dub. Let's be real. No, I'm just kidding. We could lose, but they don't. We don't know how Anthony Richardson's going to play.
I really want to see what
Rookie
you guys
quarterback.
think.
So we'll go there. And then Bears, it's a winnable game. They still got.
Oh, no, he didn't.
They still got holes.
No, he didn't.
They still got holes. Obviously,
he
DJ
didn't.
Moore's there now. So the
Oh.
receiving core is going up. DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool,
Let me get some water,
David
bro.
Montgomery's still there, I think. So, the offense is
You got
coming
mine.
together. Hold on. The offense is coming together. The O-line's still not all the way there yet. The defense, we don't know about the defense yet, all right? We really don't know, all right? So I'm taking a dub against the Bears. Y'all can say what y'all want. And then I think I said I will beat the Saints the first time, so we'll take an L here as my lead breaks. See, they wanted me to put a W. That's why it broke. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 wins. All right. So this is generous. All right. This is generous saying we're going to get 12. All right. So let's just say we end it with 12. So that would mean we went, 12-5. So even if we lose 2 more of these games, we still got 10 wins. All right. Even if we lose 3 more, we still got 9. And we can definitely win 9 with this schedule. We can definitely win 9.
Okay, y'all do have an easy schedule.
We can definitely win
Let's
that.
go ahead. Y'all definitely have an easy peasy schedule. I don't know. The Bears is crazy, but I don't know. Now that I'm looking at the schedule, y'all might have 10 wins. Cardinals, on the other hand, I ain't even got to do the list that he did. Bro, we're getting demolished. We play we play the 49ers, which is, that's in our division, so we have to.
I'm taking an L there.
We're playing the Bengals.
I'll take
We're
an L
playing
there.
the Ravens.
I'll take an L there.
We're playing the Falcons. I mean,
We'll take a dub there. You know what I'm
Kyler
saying?
might be back by that time.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And obviously, we got to play 49ers again. We're playing the Eagles. We're playing the Bears. I'm sorry. Even with Kyler, I think the Bears going to win just because, we don't.
I did pick Justin to be my breakout, so, I did give him an L there, but
We play the Cowboys.
yeah, I mean, you already. All the games
I
you
really
done
don't
lost,
see
man.
many people we're beating, honestly. Texans, Rams, we might beat.
Yeah,
Giants,
that's winnable.
it's winnable, but we play on week 2, so Kyler's definitely not going to be back. That means we're going to
still
have
got
Colt
Cooper?
McCoy.
Oh yeah, Colt McCoy.
And I don't know if he's going to win anything. We play the Steelers. I mean, it's winnable.
Yeah,
And the
definitely
Seahawks,
winnable.
they're in our division too, so obviously. But
Yeah, so as you can see, strength of schedule here. I can honestly see us getting like I just went to the list. I can see us getting 12, but say we lose 3 of them and then we still end with 9 wins, we can make the playoffs with 9 wins. Bucks made it with a losing record last year, so we can definitely win the division. So, I mean, my prediction, like I said, is 10-7. But going through the list, I could easily see us getting 12 and being like the Eagles and going to the Super Bowl. And no, let's chill out now. Let's chill out now. But
yeah,
I mean, I think it's a very playoff wild cardable schedule. That's just my opinion. I know I'm finna get a comment from Schlicker42.
you're gonna get a comment from anyone watching this video saying what?
But anyways, moving on to NBA, Draymond versus Jordan Poole beef. Now, I think I had a link here that said the timeline, so we'll start it. So as you guys know, y'all probably seen the video by now. They were in practice. Draymond Green, walked up on Poole and hit him with a shot, slept him. Actually, I don't know if he got knocked out, but I think you couldn't really tell. How does a facility like the Warriors have a camera that's 240p? Like, why can't we see more detail? But let me get back here. So last October, this is from The Ringer Illustrated. Just make sure we throw that out there, The Ringer. Last October, Draymond Green's fist connected with Jordan Poole's jaw during training camp, torpedoing the Golden State Warriors' repeat quest before it could even begin. 9.5 months later, the story is once again dominating the podcast circuit, as we were on the podcast here. So, obviously, punches were landed by one Draymond Green on Jordan Poole's face, and after that, they were just never the same. You could see him in the huddle. Jordan Poole never wanted to talk to Draymond. They were arguing with each other on the court. And, I mean, even with all that, they still had a chance to advance in the postseason. I mean, Poole missed a deep 3 that would have extended the series, I think. So, I mean, they still had a chance. They still played pretty well despite everything going on there. And then they took it to Twitter recently. So let me try to find those tweets real quick. Well, have to cut here.
I think Draymond actually was on a podcast with Pat Bev, and that's how it all started back again. Is he was on the podcast with Pat Bev, and then Pat Bev asked him, and he was like, "There's just certain things you don't say about a man." And
yeah, so basically what we presume for that is he called him the B word.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And that's why he punched him. So, I mean, that makes sense. That's usually how it goes.
That's usually
how it goes.
That's usually how
So let's see. On April 9th, it looks like Draymond tweeted, "Insecurity is always loud." So, they just presumed that he was talking about Jordan Poole. Maybe that was when he already got traded, things of that nature. So, June 22nd, Warriors trade Jordan Poole to the Wizards for Chris Paul, pretty much. So, get him out of there. That basically tells us that they still had beef. So, they needed to let one of them go.
Mm-hmm. Chose the wrong one, but...
All right, so here we go. July 18th, with the security of a new contract, Draymond revisits the punch again, saying, "I don't just hit people," on Patrick Beverley's podcast. Dialogue, of course, happens over time, and you usually ain't triggered by something that fast to that degree. You know what I'm saying? So basically he's saying there was some stuff going on before this event that has led up to this. This is a team. Ain't nobody on my team trigger me in an instant. We know stuff you don't say amongst men. We know things that you have to stand on. So, like I said, the whole thing amongst men, usually that's, sprung from the B word. That in the streets, that's what they be swinging. So we can presume that's probably what he called him, but we can also presume that this has been building up for a while, maybe even since the last playoffs. But they want a ring, so, they swept it under the rug, and here it comes creeping back. They don't like each other. That's all we know. And then I think there's some more tweets here. So Jordan Poole's dad tweets, "I'm stand on this some BS. Jordan Poole was his guy, and he avoided me all last year. He is a soft B word. I'm standing on this, and he didn't apologize to me and my wife." Why does he have to apologize to him and his wife for something that happened with his son?
Well,
I don't really know what to try to
because
say
some
there.
parents, some parents, whenever, especially when it comes to sports and stuff like that. Like for instance, Katie's mom is very involved with
yeah.
players and things like that. So they just, and even though they're grown men, some parents like LeVar Ball that are just
No, that's like
annoying.
the Shannon Sharp and Morant's dad or whatever.
Yeah,
They were getting into
they
it.
they just want you to apologize to them too because it's their son and they feel like you attacked part of their
Yeah.
their DNA. I don't know, it's weird, and I don't mess with that at all. I'm like, bro, I don't care about you. As soon as we hit over 18, I do not care about your parents. I'm sorry, I don't care about nobody's parents as soon as I'm 18 because that just means nothing to me. I mean, obviously I'm gonna show respect, but you're not going, you know what I mean? If I get in a fight, like for instance, I get in a fight with Bradley, why am I going to tell Jamie, hey, I'm sorry, I got in a fight with Bradley? Like, bro, yeah, it's just like, they're grown men. They're older than us. Like, there's no reason to apologize to the parents. Parents will just try and get clout, but you can continue.
And he finishes off by saying, "So he lame, and me and him can meet anytime he want." I don't know how big this Anthony Poole is. I'm sure he's a very handsome fellow. That's all I'll say about him. I'm just reporting on the news, all right? I'm not in the middle of this, so you might be a good guy. Draymond might be a good guy. Y'all just said some stuff. You got to work it out. Maybe in the future, y'all all be good. So, at the end of the day, let's just be nice and be cordial here. And see, he looks like a good dude from my perception of the man.
Draymond is knocking out.
He looked like a good dude. Like, he looks like he would be a nice dude to talk to. But I think Draymond got a little bit on you. I'm going to be honest. But then Draymond tweets back, "That's so cute. It's impossible to avoid you in an arena for a whole year, champ. I got to get my family from that family room every game and stop using those words. They usually don't go over well amongst men." So that's why we can presume that that's the words that were exchanged before the fists were landed. That's all I got to say about it. So basically, Draymond's saying, you've had plenty of chances if you wanted to talk to me, and you didn't. And their families were in the same room together, and Draymond had to get him out of there because maybe you were causing a ruckus. I don't know. But I do know the GoPro battery is a little low. But anyway, we're going to continue until it goes off. But so, yeah, that's pretty much the end of the Draymond-Jordan Poole situation. Tweets were exchanged. Maybe they can all work it out. Probably not, but here we are. I'm sure they're all nice individuals. We just want to reinstate that here.
I guess.
But do you got anything to say about the situation, or should we move on?
I'll say it really quick. Bro, do not. I'm tired of parents. I'm tired of any individual outside of the sport. Not even just parents, just any individual outside, like Jokic's brothers. Like,
Yeah.
I understand you kind of did have to step up for Jokic when all that happened because the whole Heat team went after him.
Yeah.
But really, that was who was it he attacked? Was it Morris? I think it was
One of the Morris brothers,
he started that, and so I don't know. But I just hate any individual outside of basketball, even if it's players that used to play before. I hate any individual coming in and talking like that to a basketball player and saying, hey, blah, 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 and thinking they're on the same level. Like, Draymond is 6'7" to 6'9", supposedly. Bro is muscled up. You can see it. I wouldn't.
I think he's got the reach advantage on you.
I wouldn't take all Draymond. That's on. I mean, if Draymond came to me and started talking crazy, like saying words amongst men, hey, I'm gonna have to take up for myself, like Draymond say. But at the same time, if I'm just chilling, I ain't gonna say, hey, Draymond, you want to come see me, bro?
Come see me, Draymond.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say that now. So I don't know. I think if you ain't in the game and it doesn't involve you, kind of just step away from the situation. Don't flare it up even more, especially for your kid. When your kid's in the NBA, it's gonna make it harder on him. That puts a target on his back.
Yeah.
For the whole Warriors team is coming after him now. You just angered the whole Warriors team. But
yeah, all right, moving on. So, Dallas kind of brought this up a couple weeks ago, but now it's like official that he's on the trade block. So, Clint Capella of the Hawks is on the trade block now, which is interesting to me since, I felt like if they were going to shop Capella, then maybe that would open up the door to keep Collins instead of getting rid of him. So, it's a little odd to me. I feel like Capella coming in is what kind of stunted, John Collins' growth, because now he has to be that knockdown shooter with Capella on the floor, because Capella obviously don't have a three ball. So it's kind of weird to me that they traded John. Now they're trying to trade Capella. I feel like that's just a weird decision. Now, obviously, our backup center, who's kind of like Adebayo, where he's kind of a shorter center, but he's going to be faster than the bigger centers, hustles more. So he's been playing really well. I'm fine with him starting a couple games if we have to, but we still need that big center. We did get Fernando back last year, so I don't know if he's still on contract. We actually drafted him, and then he went to a different team for a little bit, and now he's back. So I don't really know where they're going with center. Maybe they're really still trying to get Siakam, which would make sense to kind of get rid of Capella. I don't know where that's going. Maybe Capella's going for Siakam. I don't know. But I don't really know where they're headed. But, I mean, I'm cool with trades. We obviously need to get better. So if somehow this trade makes us better, I don't mind it. Wherever Capella goes, he's going to hustle. He's going to get you boards, get you 10 points a game. So I haven't had any problems with him all season. I think he's a really good player. Yeah, that's really all I got to say about Capella.
Here's my thing with him is I feel like he's really good for that team, and I feel like trading him will be a mistake unless you pick up something crazy out of it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I'm seeing things like they're trying to make a trade, which I don't know how they would do this, especially with the whole Dame thing going on, but they're trying to make a trade to get Siakam to actually the Heat to play alongside Bam. And that would be crazy, like, as far as just watching, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, bro, you're not going to have Siakam, Butler, Bam, and Dame. And if you do, someone's taking a pay cut. That's just how it is at the end of the day. But anyways, besides that, as far as Capella, you're going to have to, no matter what, get a big man out of it. If you trade him, you're going to have to get a big man, whether it's just like a bum big man and just turn around and get some picks too. But if you trade, I would try to get at least a skillful kind of big man, or at least a skillful four.
Yeah.
And, I guess you'll have to send some more things along with Capella, because, I mean, he's a good center. But if you're wanting, like, someone offensively skilled that big, like we talked about many times, it's kind of hard to get players that big that are skillful. So it's just like, I don't know where they're headed with this. I feel like if you trade him, you're definitely going to want picks out of it, because I feel like no matter the situation, if you trade him, you're not looking at winning this season. Only because chemistry is one of the biggest things in basketball and things like that. That's why you see it takes like a year or two for teams to develop and start to get, formed together and really good together. And, even if you trade them for a skilled big, no matter how many scrimmages you do, no matter how many things, it's not going to add up to actual games. So I would just definitely try to get a good pick out of it, and at least an average center or average four. But, I mean, it's the Hawks. What they going to –
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't really know what direction. Maybe they're getting another center. Or, like, if it's in a trade for Siakam, like, it would make sense to get rid of him.
Yeah.
We're going to be more small ball, but I just don't really know what their plan is, unless, like you said, they're not planning on winning next year, because if they are, then it's got to be for a player. So that's all I got to say about that situation. Whether we trade him or not, I'm still going to watch the games. I still think we'll be playoff like barely making the playoffs without him, because I feel like he can still get the same points with some other big. I mean, he's good at throwing lobs, so as long as the big man can catch the lobs, he's still going to get points. He might not be as good of a rebounder as Capella, obviously, because Capella's just that's what he's built for. But in the playoffs, we played a lot of Okongwu anyway with Capella sitting on the bench. So when you get to the playoffs, it's more kind of half-court offenses and being able to switch. And Okongwu played really well in the playoffs, so I don't really expect it to hurt us that much. And unless until the games where we're playing really good big men. But how you get that rebound, bro? Just let me know how you really get that rebound.
I did click Capella one day because I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but when you were talking about it, it just reminded me I had Underdog I think it was him and Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
And all he had to do was get one more rebound. They tied. No, Rudy got one more rebound.
Yeah.
All he had to do was get one more rebound. I would have won like $400 or $500, and he got out rebounded about. I was like, bruh. So I DM'd him, but he never hit me back.
He never hit me back.
You continue.
But yeah, that's really all I got to say about that situation. I don't like even if he goes somewhere. Like I said, I don't expect it to hurt us as much as people might think. That's just my opinion. But we'll move on from that. So talking about the Madden 24, 2K24. I guess we'll start off with 2K since we're on NBA right now. We've been saying it for years. People want rep back. They want to go from rookie to all-star to legend. How did that work? Like you had to win games, right?
Yeah.
And basically the better record you had, kind of like you had to win like what 5 to get to rookie, and then so many to get to.
Yeah, I think it also affected if you played higher players. Like if you played
You
a
get
legend,
more for it.
Yeah, you get more reps.
So they want that back, which I don't see. If so many people want it back, and it's so simple of a thing that you've done it before, why not just bring it back? It don't make sense to keep changing something that people liked. And if you put it in, all right, you've been trying things all these games, just go back to 3 parks like people liked before. It can even be the same exact parts: Rivet, Sunset Ballers, and what's the other one?
Rivet, Sunset, Rough Riders.
And whatever. So just put those back in the game. Put the rep back in the game. Put everything that was in 2K16, 2K17 back in the game. And just, if they don't like it, okay, then the next year do something different. But you might as well go back and try what everybody is asking for instead of just keep trying to make new things, and people are obviously not liking it. So throw the old stuff back in there. If they don't like it, then okay, go to the next game and actually try something different. But you've already tried new things 4 games in a row and people didn't like it. So I don't see why you wouldn't go back to what everybody's asking for. Give them what they want, and if they don't like it, then now you have something to use against them because you put everything back in there and now they still hate the game. So that tells you they just gonna hate it regardless. So I don't know. And people are really harsh on 2K to begin with. I don't even think this year's game was a bad game. Rec was fun. Obviously, you couldn't spam dribble as much with the stamina, so that was good. I don't think this year's game was a bad game. I like the build system more. I like the fact that you have replicas. I feel like there were some good things in this game. It's just bring back the old stuff like people want. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't even want to touch park. I don't like park. I don't like how hard it is to get to a park. I don't like the fact that I have to ride my go-kart to get clothes. Like, just let me go to the menu and go to shop and then find the clothes. Like, you can make it in the menu, and if somebody wants to walk to it, they can walk to it. But I don't want to walk to it personally. So, I don't know. That's just me. I mean, if you're doing the My Career, obviously you can. The neighborhood's fine. I don't know why everybody's complaining about the neighborhood. It don't bother me at all. But you need to make it to where you can go to the menu and hit park, and it takes you to the park. And you need to be able to go to the menu and hit store. I don't even care if just make it to where it auto takes me to the store. Like, just something more simple than having to power off. Something more simple than having to walk to all these different stores, and then I'm walking back and forth because I'm blind and I don't see the Adidas store, so I got to walk back and I'm like, where's it at? And then eventually find it. Like, it's just annoying, right? Just make it in the menu so we don't have to think. I don't want to think. I just want to hit menu and go to shop. Me personally, but I don't know. What do you guys say about it?
Yeah. I mean, for me, one thing about me is the only game that I really did not like from 2K was 2K18.
Oh yeah, that's trash.
I played 2K since I think 09. I think my first 2K was 07. I played with my little cousin, and then 09 is where I started like really liking 2K, and I even started trading him I'd get Madden, he'd get 2K.
Yeah.
And then I was like, a month in, I'd trade him my Madden, and I was like, yeah, just let me keep 2K, and he'd keep my Madden. But, yeah, and really for me, 2K18 was really just the only one I really didn't like too much. I just didn't, there was nothing about it that just was like, oh, yeah, this is fun. But my thing is, like, for instance, a bunch of my friends right now, their biggest thing is, like, what you get from it. Like, for instance, their biggest thing is if you play.
Keep talking. I'm going to try to put another battery in.
All right. If you play and you're playing 2K and you're playing Rec or you're playing whatever you're playing, what are you getting? You're not getting any crazy rewards. Well, my problem with that is, bro, what are you wanting? Do you want them to send you a $5 or $10 gift card if you hit level 40? Like, I don't understand what you're wanting from the most they can give you is badge points, which I think was great. I like the badge points because you get to earn more chances to make your build better compared to other people. You get a better advantage because you actually played the game and you grinded the game out. So I think that's one of the best rewards you could have got. It sucks that it was at 39, but I mean, at the same time, like I said, it is one of the best rewards you could have got. So I don't know. I think if you're playing just for rewards, I don't see the point because it's kind of the same thing with Call of Duty. Like, why would you play Call of Duty just to get guns gold and then not play it again? I understand some people do that, but to me, it's just pointless. Like, there's no reason to just play it, get guns gold, and then say, okay, I'm done with Call of Duty. Like, that's just, it's crazy to me. But I know one big problem for a lot of people is there's half the community that wants the 6'9" point guards that are going crazy and can do everything. They want that arcade kind of thing, and you know, the centers that can shoot and dribble and all this other stuff. They want an arcade video game. And then there's the other side of the community that wants a true basketball game. And to me, that's your own fault. It genuinely, if you wanted the true traditional basketball game, it is your own fault because there was one. It's called NBA Live. Every NBA Live that came out was true traditional basketball.
Wait a minute.
What?
The last NBA Live was trash. I just want to throw that out there.
19?
You could make literally anything in that game. You could be 100% contested, and it would go in. That game was trash, okay? I played that game. Bradley begged me to play that game, and I played that game once with Jared and Bradley.
Yeah.
And that game is dog. I'm just going to keep it real.
I don't know. Here's my thing with me and Bradley, all right? And NBA Live. Me and him played that, and we grinded it for like a week, but then there was one day we got on it, and we genuinely, like, I don't boast about how good I am at video games and stuff like that, but literally we won probably like 40 or 50 games in a row, and it got so boring that it wasn't like there wasn't no competition, but genuinely we won 40 or 50 games in a row, and we went right to 2K. So I see what you're saying. It is easy, but at the same time, it's just more realistic because you don't see those spam dribble moves. You know what I mean? It's more slowed down. You know, there is kind of the BS in there, but there's always going to be BS in any video game ever. That's why it's a video game.
It just seemed like to me they were just taking crazy contested shots from three, and they were going in. And every time they drove, it was like they're just getting some perfect animation of it. Just
all right, now the driving, I can agree with.
I was like, bro, there's no defense in this game. There's literally none.
Yeah, there's no paint present in NBA Live, which, like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, NBA Live was dying, but that's because it ain't getting many sales, so they're not really working crazy hard on it. That's why they're not producing it every year. That's why they had to, they took 2 years off at one point and then made another game. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, if everybody would have just kept buying it, I would have bought it. Like, to me, it was kind of fun playing it, but, you know, I don't know. It's just there's never going to be pleasing everybody at the same time because, like I said, half is going to want arcade style where they're having the, you know, realistic, not, you know, what's that 2K arcade game, the basketball one? The
Street or
I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's the one where you can get cards or whatever. Playgrounds, yeah. They don't want a Playgrounds version. They want the version we have now, arcade. And that's basically what we got. I mean, we got an arcade video game. I mean, bro, I'm sorry. There's no reason I should go in a wreck and every single person on the team can shoot, defend, play perfect all the time, which I understand you're an NBA player and in real life, you know, they're going to do that. But when you're playing rec, you're also theoretically playing against other NBA players. So it just makes no sense. Yeah. But I don't know. Either way, I like 2K. Either way, I'll be playing 2K. Now, here's one thing I do have with 2K. The cover thing that we were going to talk about.
You can talk about it all you want. Me personally, it's just a cover. I don't think the cover looks bad, like, in general. Obviously, it's very similar to last year in, like the art style, like the background style. I think they could have went with, like, a darker kind of background, and it's Kobe, like, put a little bit more effort into it. But, like, it's just a cover, in my opinion. I don't buy the hard copy anyway, so it ain't really nothing to me. But I mean, they could have put more work into it.
Well, as a person that literally will only buy disc edition of video games. That's all I will buy is disc edition.
And then on the day of, we're all playing, and he's like, I got to wait for my game.
Yeah, yep. That's what I had to do last year. Y'all
Yeah.
were playing at midnight, and I had to wait till like I don't
Yeah.
remember what it was. It was some crazy time, like 12 the next day for my game. But regardless, it's just I like seeing. Anyways, I'm not gonna get on point. But the point is it's Kobe. You know this is a big edition. Everybody's gonna want that Kobe edition, and
Yep.
both of them are Kobe, except the $100 or not the 150 or whatever it is that gives you NBA League Pass, bro. I'm not buying that junk. I
Yeah.
do not care. I want Kobe on my cover. I'm not a Kobe fan, but I want Kobe on my cover. Problem is obviously I'm gonna get the $100 edition because obviously it's a little bit cooler, but it's just like one. Obviously they had that mishap where they edited the photo over. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like you have one job. You genuinely have one job. Like you are the designer of the
cover.
thing of the covers, and you are the person that posts it. All you do is post the things. You run the social media account. That's your only job, and you failed.
Well,
And
I mean, it makes sense them using the same, like, okay, they already got this base background created or whatever the case may be. Might as well just layer this on there. It'll cover it up, no biggie. Or, like, all you got to do is go down there and click the eyeball and it'll disappear. Like, I'm sure they use Photoshop. So, like, I mean, the dude probably just forgot to hit the eyeball to make it go away.
you know how lazy
because-
that is, though. That
No,
is
but
so lazy.
there's probably so many different layers. Like, you got to think about it. Like, they're making this cover from scratch. So, when you really when you look at it, you could scroll down. He could have 100 layers on there, dog. I'm being honest. Like, you could literally miss that because how much stuff they're putting in it. So I'm not saying, like, I'm not giving a benefit of the doubt because they had so long to make the cover anyway. So they should have been able to. Somebody should have been able to catch it. That just tells me they probably rushed the cover, but it could happen. Like I said, if you're using Photoshop and he's adding all them assets, like, you could forget to you know, if you're rushing it, getting it out, like, you could forget. So, I mean, I can understand it, but
They had a year to get it out. One. Two. Do you know how much money they make in microtransactions? I think they make
this money
honestly-
ain't got nothing to do with it. The
no-
dude that's sitting there on his desktop making the photos.
And you know how much money he probably makes? These people make crazy amounts. They have to be making.
So
in
you're
the
saying this
100,000s.
dude got to be a robot and dissect every little detail? Like,
Yes.
come on now, like, he's human.
Dog, I would
human
take
now.
that job and learn how to perfectly craft it if I was guaranteed I was making $100,000 or more a year. And I guarantee you he is. I guarantee it. Do you know how much money that company
Listen.
probably makes in microtransactions? I alone spent probably $700 or $800 this year. And that's just on career. That ain't even on my team yet.
But like I said, that's probably not the only thing he's doing though. He's probably making stuff for other people, making stuff. Like, it could happen. All right, let's just give him the benefit of the doubt.
Man.
He did make a mistake. They changed it. It literally, like I said, it's just one go in there and click, eyeball, boom, it's gone. So, like, all right, like, I mean, it can happen.
But anyways, here's my biggest problem is, yeah, they had that mishap. I don't care that much. I'm not going, bro, I don't care that much. My biggest problem is, well, it kind of is that mishap because it's like, how do you have the base edition and the $100 edition? People are paying $40 extra. Do you not understand that? Or $30 extra if you're doing next gen. $30 extra. Do you not understand that? Each person is paying $30 extra. And you're telling me I'm gonna have the same backdrop? No, bro. I need a different backdrop.
Yeah,
on
I mean, I understand that.
Yeah, I need a different backdrop. I need one. And if anything, I need a snake. I need a black mama beside his head. You know how he's looking back? I need a black mama right there looking back at him. Like, don't worry, I got you, bro. Or you know what would have been cool if they would have incorporated like Gigi in there or something crazy. Because I mean, they had that Sabrina chick in there on the WNBA cover that nobody's.
That Sabrina chick.
Yeah.
Sabrina is.
But it's just like, I don't know, dog. As far as the cover, bro, the first cover is all right. The $100 cover, I'm disappointed, and I would like to have a talk.
I'd like to have a talk with you.
Because I'm disappointed and I don't mean any offense, but Joey or Dee or Dee could have easily made a way better cover than that. And they're not even getting paid for it. So
That's what I told him. I'm like, I think I could have made a better cover. It's just 30 minutes.
yeah, so it's just like I'm not a fan. Like the Josh Allen. The Josh Allen covers, they look hard.
Yeah,
both
they're
of them.
nice.
They're like, Madden always hits. Well, I don't know, the Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah, that
where they're
one was
like
kinda
beside
weak.
each other.
Yeah, that
it
was
was
kind of weak.
yeah, that was kind of. But you know, the most iconic one was easily the Madden 16 with Odell catching it. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, they had to do that. There's no reason not to do that. You had to profit off
Yeah,
it.
they make some good covers.
But yeah, we can talk about Madden
But
now
it's
if you want.
covers are probably easier. But yeah, that's it for 2K. Moving on to Madden. Me personally, I think they're headed in the right direction. Franchise is mainly my game mode. I mean, I play MUT at the beginning of the year because Ultimate Team in like the first 2 months is fun. Before it gets all just ability driven and everybody's got 99s and you just can't compete if you're not throwing cash at the game. So first 2 months, it's pretty fun to play. Franchise after that is mainly what I stick to. I think rebuilding teams, CFMs, that's usually fun. Now CFMs, I kind of got to stay out of them because some of them people too good, and I just don't want to put the time in to be that good. And I don't want to make the playoffs every year and lose in the Super Bowl. Or I don't want to make the playoff every year and lose in the championship to the same guy every time. Like, I'm gonna get pissed. Like, I want to win, and I don't want to spend the time to like. I do something. Sometimes I do be in the lab, bro. I'm trying to get better, but it just seems like I just can't beat these people. So I don't see how people have fun making it to the same spot and losing every time. Like, I don't have fun. I'm trying to win. So I got to stay out of them. Just playing by myself, rebuilding the teams, using coach suggestions so it's harder. Like, they're adding some contract stuff so where you can actually reconstruct your contracts. Usually in the previous years, it's just like you can make a good deal, a team-friendly deal, or a player-friendly deal, or an in-between, and you didn't really have much control over it. You couldn't go in the middle of the season and reconstruct somebody's contract. So they're adding that more into the game so people that like that kind of stuff and want to be able to do that, they're adding that in, so that's good. They're making it to where the trade logic is better. They added 3 more slots to the trade, so instead of just 3, you have 6 now. So now you can add players and picks. And, I mean, they're heading in the right direction. Relocation, I think, like, you can make your own jerseys and, like, own team now when you relocate. So they're heading in the right direction. Some of the stuff that they have in there now have been in there in previous years, so they should have never left. But that's beside the point. I think they're heading in the right direction. The gameplay last year wasn't that bad. Like, I didn't mind it. I thought it was probably some of the best. You couldn't get out of the pocket at all this year. I don't know if y'all played it, but it was like you took one step to the right and that dude's coming screaming off the edge, unblocked. I mean, there's still some problems where, like, you call a play and you got 5 people blocking and there's 4 rushing and the dude just walks through like nobody saw him. So stuff like that still happens. So they need to, fix that up because it's annoying. I mean, I'll go back and watch the play. I literally have 6 people blocking, and the running back will just like watch the guy come by, and I'm like, I literally ID'd the dude too. Like, how hard is it for the game to recognize? But I think they're headed in the right direction. Dallas played mud a little bit this year. I don't know if you really mess with franchise, anything like that, but and I don't know if you really ever played just head to head against one person and stuff like that, but you can share whatever you think. I think they're headed in the right direction personally.
I mean, I'm kind of like, me and him are polar opposites when it comes to Madden. Like, here's my thing. I like building my MUT team. Now, sometimes I will get on there on MUT, and it just depends on like, for instance, I think there was a couple days ago, I went on there to do the rookie premieres or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I might go ahead and just play a head-to-head game, bro, with my team, because I like seeing my team go against other people, especially. It's mostly when my friends aren't on, so it's just like, all right, I'll play. But then I was like, Brian, you know what? Up that, because man, these people be paying thousands of dollars, and I'm not gonna sit here because I'll put money in the game. Everybody knows I'll put money in the game. They'll know I'll max my credit card if it comes to it. They know I will. They know I'll put money in the game if it comes to it. So if I end up losing, I'm gonna turn around and put another $100 right there. If I lose that next game, another $100. I don't care.
Right.
I get mad when it comes to that, because it's like, bro, there's no reason. And I don't know. But sometimes I do play online. It's cool sometimes. But mostly, like, I'll build my team up. I'll play with them if they want to play squads. That's pretty fun. I really enjoy squads. I really mess with Superstar KO. I really
can't get into it.
I love Superstar KO. I love playing Superstar KO. It's so fun.
I'm happy that there are people out there in this world that enjoy playing the game just to play the game. Like, I mean, I do to an extent, But the competitive side is just always there, and I want to I can't get hype winning in Super Star KO because the people that are playing Super Star KO just got off at 8 to 5, and they just trying to chill. Like they're not trying to put no money in the game. They ain't trying to be better at the game. They just want to get on and play.
I think that's why I love it, is because I get so many wins, and I just be like, oh yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm not getting anything for MUT. I'm not getting anything for franchise. Like I'm not progressing at anything. I'm just playing the game to play the game, and I can't do it. I don't know. I mean, I like sometimes. That's why I like the story mode games sometimes, because I can just. I'm just playing a story mode game. Ain't nothing else going on in the world. I'm just vibing, playing Last of Us or whatever the game may be.
Oh.
Most underrated game in the world. Actually, probably not underrated, but I think it's definitely my favorite game. But I don't know. I just can't bring myself to play. It's like going in 2K and you got to do that, like going to play 3-on-3 blacktop or something every day. Like, what? What are you doing, dude? But hey, there's people in that world, and more power to you. But I just can't. Like, I got to be playing something competitive, and that's really my problem, because I'll be playing and I'll get to like All-Star Division, and then I'm over here losing games, and then I'm getting mad because I can't beat these people. And then, here's my problem: I get stuck on one thing, and I just let it eat at me for a little bit. So we'll play the franchise, and I'll lose in week 1, right? We in week 17, and most people don't even think about week 1. I'm over here still thinking about week 1, where I lost to Helen Keller 48, and it just eating me alive, because I'm like, when am I going to get another chance to play this guy? Because I don't want to know that I ain't never beat him. Like, it bugs me. So I'm like, I don't know. It's just certain people or certain games, I can't get over the L's, man. Sometimes they haunt me. Playing basketball, I don't care, because they can have a good day, man, whatever. But there's something about franchises and stuff like that. It's like especially playing people online, because like I'm never going to be matched with that person again. But I know they beat me, so when am I gonna? I'm never going to get a chance to prove myself. But I don't know. That was my rant.
But my thing is, another thing that I enjoy. My thing is, honestly, why I really get mad is for when anyone kind of comes over and they want to play against me and stuff like that. That's what I enjoy. Yeah. I enjoy like any kind of friends coming over and let's hop on Madden or let's hop on 2K, and then we just play right there. That's just more fun to me than playing online. I don't know why. It's like nostalgia when people come over and they just play with you.
Yeah, Dallas still ain't played me since Madden 17, where he beat me when I was using I was using the Browns, I'm pretty sure, and I don't know who Dallas was using. And the Browns at this time were terrible.
Yeah, they
were
Team.
awful. And he beat me with, I don't know, whoever he was using, because I thought I was nice and I was going to beat him with the worst team in the game, and I didn't. And he would never replay me again.
I won't play him back.
And I still argue that I was really using the worst team in the game, but he's still like, I beat you though. I beat you.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. D did the same thing. I remember this. D did the same thing at that time, which D beforehand has beat me, and he beat me in NCAA. Mm-hmm. Which, bringing up, last time I played D in NCAA, it was like NCAA like 08 or 05 or something crazy like that. He came over to my house. DD came over to my house, and I beat him. I was beating him bad. He had to turn off the console. But anyways, I just want to shout that out, because, D is just, he does try way too hard at video games, all right? I don't know if this man has played since he's, like, came out of his mother's womb, but this man, like, you get on any game with him, and he's already freaking diamond plat, Jesus Lord. It's crazy. But, yeah, what happened was I played D first, and D had the Browns, because D was like, oh, I could beat you with the Browns. And I was like, all right, let's play then. And I beat D. And
then your team's bad when that's where they go. I'm going to beat you with the Browns.
And so Joey says the same thing, and I was like, all right, bro, let's play then. And I beat Joey. Now, here's the thing. There was one other time me and Joey did play. It was a very, very, like, confusing situation.
I don't, like... So I'm going to keep it real now. Like, I didn't really play Madden back then. Like, I played it a little bit. Now, I ain't going to lie. You might not have a chance, because I played a lot.
Yeah, he does
like,
play
I played
too
a
hard.
lot for
He
a
does
couple
play
years.
too hard. I mean, I wouldn't say I wouldn't have a chance. I feel like I would score once or twice.
No, you would definitely score, but I played it.
Dang.
I played it so much that I got deep into it that, like, I just know plays and stuff that you wouldn't know, like, that work good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But here's why I won't play it. Because I beat him with the Browns, and there was actually one other time we played. It was like the next year or 18, 19, something like that. And Bradley came over to my house, and I have videos of it because this happened. Bradley, because I remember he was talking crap to me, and I was like, and he was online with Bradley on the headset.
Yeah.
And Bradley said, oh, blah, 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 blah. Dallas can beat you. And he's like, all right, play me. And then Bradley looked over at me and he's like, hey, let me play him. Joey kills Bradley. Like, I'm talking about demolishes. And I get, like, tore up because, that wasn't me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, bro, And so I tell Joey, that was not me, bro. That wasn't me. So me and Joey played again, and I beat Joey that time, and Joey said it was Bradley. And I was like, well, I ain't got no
I don't know. I don't remember that, but.
Oh, yeah, it was a long time ago, bro. It was a long time ago, fam. But, yeah, Joey's gotten.
Yeah, I remember the Browns thing, but I don't.
Yeah, Joey's gotten
playing
crazy,
after
dog.
that,
Well, you used the Falcons that time. We didn't play Mutt because I didn't have a Mutt team at that time,
Yeah.
which I usually always have a Mutt team. I probably did later on in that year because I usually wait to the end of the year because I like having the 99s and stuff like that. But you used the Falcons. I think I used someone like, I don't remember, bro. I have the video. I have to look at it. It pops up every year on my memories, and I'm like, yeah, I won't play Joey again because
If I play somebody, I usually use the Falcons. I'm trying to beat you with my home team. I'm trying to beat you with my favorite team. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I remember losing to him with the Browns so long ago, and he would never replay me. And I was like, I'm using the Browns, bro. I'll beat you with any other team. But yeah, that's a core memory of mine. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the topics. So I'm sure a lot of y'all saw the Bronny situation. Was at a practice in where's it going? USC. I think it's the acronym or whatever for it. But so he had cardiac arrest during the practice, and they were able to get him to the hospital. And I think he's out of intensive care or whatever they go into when they bring you. But apparently he's doing better, so prayers up to them. I hope everything's going well. Maybe he can, or he should be able to go back to playing basketball. From what I've heard, from doctors that tweet out about it and make videos about it, he should be able to make a recovery and be able to play again as long as there's no brain damage or anything like that has happened. They say the longer you go without your body getting oxygen when your heart shuts off, that could cause issues. So hopefully everything's cool with him. I'm sure they got him there quick. So yeah, that's all I had to say. Hopefully everything's good with that. I know there's people outside of their family that are going through stuff like that too, and they need prayers too. And people are going to say, oh, it's LeBron's son. Why aren't people talking about other people that are going through the same situation? And come on, bro. Like,
yeah,
we don't hear about all these other people. So, that's why we're talking about this guy, because we heard about it, all right? If we heard about these other people, it'd be different. But, prayers out to everyone that's going through something. That's all I had to say. I'll catch you guys on the next podcast. Don't know. This will probably go up Friday or Saturday. So you kind of got two back-to-back here. Next one should be, I don't know, probably, let's see, what's the date? The day is the 26th, so it'll be probably August 4th, probably like August 5th, August 4th, August 5th. So y'all won't have one for a little bit. I'm thinking about, like, if there's some kind of big news to go up, do a little, like, 10-minute, 5-minute thing by myself, just in my room whenever something comes up. We'll see where we go with that. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. You got anything to say? Close us out?
Prayers up for Bronny, baby.
Yeah,
Deuces.
and deuces.